And hello. Hello. For those watching on Twitch, hello. Thanks for watching this live. To those watching on YouTube, why the fuck are you not watching it live? You came to this channel with some form of mutual agreement. I understand that YouTube is a gigantic platform, but I'm not live there. You can watch all of this as it's happening. You can influence how it happens. You can have your name pop up on the screen in your chat. You can send me live abuse when I'm doing bad. You can send me praise when I'm doing good. You can send me live abuse when I'm doing good. I know what you're like. Come watch me live on Twitch. The link's down there. You follow me, you get a notification when I go live. However, I'm very appreciative you guys are watching on YouTube, if you are. And I hope you guys enjoy. So, here is What Remains of Edith Finch. I thought I was like too hot and blushing. It's not. It's the... See what I mean? Look, right there. Look, I'll drag it about. That's not the one I'll drag about. Look, right there. This, right here. Live abuse from a mod, no less. So yeah, I'm playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I've just realised that the mute button on my microphone is quite bright. I've never actually noticed that before. It's almost like if I do this, I get a sniper on me. There we go. Boom. But yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch. A titan in the indie games industry. It's spoken of so highly. And I've never played it. Until today. The rule, if you like me, I get abuse. It's a very Scottish way of doing things. Like me, I get abuse. But yeah, this is what we're going to be playing. I don't know how long this game is. I don't know how long this game takes to complete. I don't know if there's going to be one stream. I don't know if there's going to be multiple. But yeah, let's see what goes on. Pray that it has controller support because keyboard is fuckled. So is that my PC making that noise? Okay, whatever noise it is, it's stopped. You guys can't hear that because it's not picking up the microphone. Right. Don't know what that noise was, but some guy outside in this. Like, we get a lot of boy racers around here, by the way. Like, a lot of them. So yeah, What Remains of Finchy Edith. Big Finchy Edith. I don't even know what to expect, honestly. I've never really watched any gameplay. Some organ music. What Remains of Edith Finch. Can't hear every noise, that's fine. It's really loud. Right, I actually don't know what to expect at all in this game. Can I move? I feel like I should be able to move here. There we go. I have a bag. I'm carrying flowers. Game's a bit loud. Hold on. That should make it better. Edith Finch.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. Ooh, I can zoom in. Two buttons to zoom in.
Until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. I like the flowers.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
They were not paid. Those bills were not paid. Look at all the papers.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So, brother's deed. Could I just, like... No.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay. It's an interesting path going down there, but I think the game wants me to go on the main path right now. It wants me to go to the house. The game's very pretty. Like, the style of it is very nice. I also love these paths. A tree is in my way.
In a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints? You riding horses? Ooh. A stag. How's it going? You gonna run? They always run. Why do they always leave me?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house,
Uh-huh.
I never thought I'd come back to it.
Why?
But
What
now I
happened
have
here?
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
What questions? Are you adopted? Basketball. Does the key open? What the fuck is that? It's a giant snake. Key does not open.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I'm sorry, that cannot be safe. What is that? Like, look at that. What health and safety man signed that off?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Is it because you felt physically unsafe from the building violations?
Now, as a 17-year-old,
Oh.
I knew exactly what those words were. I was
OSHA.
afraid of the house.
Yeah. OSHA violation. Missing. Milton Finch. In we go.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Okay.
Looking in, I
Jump
found
scares?
the house itself had been waiting for me.
We have Gary's potting mix. Thanks, Gary. Ooh. Can see in the basement. I don't know. I don't think it's a scary game. Does it unlock the back door? Oh, don't worry. I'm just going to crawl through like a furry.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Does the light switch work?
Power had been turned off the night we left.
There's a lot of cleaning supplies. Some spray paint, by the looks of it. Laundry detergent. How much potting were we doing? Is this secret that my father had a secret weed farm? A lot of tools. What is he making? That looks like a lock. Fishing rods.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Aye. Dishes. Look at all these dishes.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Flavors of India, tasting Thailand, flour, salt, water, yeast, so bread, Fanny Farmer Junior Cookbook, The Book of Mushrooms, The Smoke in the Forest, A Pie for Piper, Cosmic Cuisine, The Pleasure of Japanese Cooking. I want all of them. Especially Fanny Farmer. Wine's broken the thing. Is that from the Extractor fan? What's a fucking... Like, I'm sorry, that's like restaurant quality. What's that about? It's actually a very nice kitchen. I like this kitchen very much. Microwave needs to change. Oh, look, it's me. Edith, Lewis, Eddie, Dawn. Died 27th of 1980. Was it born 1988? Died 2010. Brother Bloods, Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson of Edie. No mention of the dad. Memorial service, Finch Family Cemetery. We owned a cemetery? A holiday feast, witch's kitchen, a Viking's belly, tasting Thailand. They already have tasting Thailand. The Nordic cookbook, weird recipes, flour salt. They have a, so they have some of the same books twice. Quick.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Fucking hell, they weren't kidding. Got a lot of books in this house. I like that.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Looks
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Did you, like, have to leave early? Like, quickly, should I say?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Never. I'm sorry. I'm never putting anyone in a nursing home. Like, I was inside a nursing home quite recently, and holy shit, what a hellhole. Never. Ever. Literally, what I said to Lauren was, if you ever put me in a nursing home,
Nothing in the
I'm
house
killing
looked
her.
abnormal. There was just too much of
It's
it,
absolute
like a
hell.
smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house.
Okay.
After it sank.
The house sank. Was it a boat? Oh, wow. I love that. Oh, look at that coffee table. That's amazing. I bet you that, I'm sorry, I bet you that is money. If I could ever find a bit of wood like that and make a coffee table out of it, I am. That is stunning. Good views. Is that a shark? Is that a shark? Who's that? Jeez, oh, they had a lot of books. Was my mum actually Belle from Beauty and the Beast? They are not all bad. When it gets too much for family care, someone assisted living care. Thing is, assisted living is okay because you basically get left alone and you're fine. But they're like, honestly, some of these care homes, people just get shoved in there and it's like, that's awful.
Great-Grandpa Sven
Ah, Bigfoot.
bought a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always
Nope.
told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Bugs. Is this actually the story of Bigfoot? Barbara Finch. Was she a director? She made Bigfoot. Give you all the books. I really should read more. I actually thought about doing that as like one of the like the points things of like I read like a few pages of a book.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Marshmallows. What is... Fucking check this door. Covered in sealant, but... Check that door. That leads back through there, I guess. This is actually a very pretty interior of the house.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Who's Milton?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ha. Mum sealed up all of the... Jeez, oh. Gregory, 1976 to 1977. Calvin, 1950 to 1960. This boy was 11? This boy was 1. (1915 to 1964). Edie was 119. 102, should I say. Wait, what was this one then? Molly Knight, she was fucking hell. Oh, 2 secs. Can't be making noise. 2 seconds. Because they do not shut up. Ah, right. So there is a room that is open.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Great Uncle Walter's room.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why? Carpet is I love the painting in this room. How cool is that? That looks really cool. That's really cool.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What? Oh. Key unlocked. The book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh. Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Look at that. Wait, so none of you saw that and wondered where it was?
Reading this, maybe it's sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
So whose room is this? Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's adorable. Look at that. Owl, rabbit, duck, cat. Orca's Island caves.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
I don't think their fur would let me do that. It's not sticky.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
She didn't eat the gerbil, did she?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
I was dissecting a starfish. What remains of Edith Finch? What remains of Edith Finch?
Oh, I watched Kevin play this.
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm sure you sat and watched part of the video.
No. I've got no clue what's going on. It's a bathroom. If you did, I was not paying attention.
It's really good.
Well, maybe you should watch. What's
I
this?
kept eating and eating.
Eat the toothpaste. What'd you say? Okay. I ate the toothpaste and now I got minty breaths.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh no. Ah, those are poisonous.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Yeah. Lauren's not going to toilet roll. 2 seconds. Oh, that's cool. Right, hold on. Norm was like, please. It's not going to toilet paper. Odin, 1880 to 1937. Walter, Sam, Kay still alive. Sanjay. What's everyone with dying so young? Now look. 33. Then 1958, so that's 11. 16. 10. 1. 13. You don't know what's about that? Oh. 11. 12. If that's right, then Am I due to die soon?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
I think it's the video.
And suddenly,
Maybe you've sat on the remote. Whoa! Wait,
I was a cat.
wait, I'm a cat? Come here. I'm gonna eat you,
tried
bird.
to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Come here, birdie.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
So Odin was her dad, I think. It's the best way. Come here. I'm gonna eat you, birdie.
I jumped and I almost got her.
I'm in a treehouse.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Oh no!
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh. I'm a hunting bird.
Rabbits.
Hello. Come here, rabbit. I'm a predator.
Face looking up and seeing
A
mine
bird.
through my talons.
I'm not a predator.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to
Got a
find something
proper bevo. This is cool. Oh.
a mama rabbit.
Meow.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
And then
And suddenly, I was a shark.
what? I'm a shark in a tree. What the fuck is going on? What? What is? What is going on?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
What is happening?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Ah.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This kid has an active imagination, but also a bit of a worrying one. Oh well. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I'm a tentacle.
smelled people everywhere.
Okay, so I'm not a octopus. Am I an octopus?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
What am I?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Feed him to the girl. His belly with a rusty razor. Eat the captain.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What is going on? Is this actually a story about a monster? Is this a horror game? I'm in the toilet.
I got closer and closer.
Is this my room? Oh my god, am I going to eat the gerbil?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the fuck is this game?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So, Molly, eaten by giant tentacle monster.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told me
Sven.
that Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh,
She could have, but she didn't.
it's a dragon, and it was a slide. Okay. Built 1937, Sven. Did he build this house?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. What?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
So wait, is this a story of like how many monsters are... Oh, okay, that's cool as
Lewis
hell.
died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
That's cool. That's really pretty, actually. Look at those. Oh, that's cool. I want the sword. That's a cool sword.
It's like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune.
This game's based in Norway?
And misfortune.
Oh, no. Keep looking. There's clearly more.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Oh.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He set sail with his house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Look at that. That was cool.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, so Ingeborg was his son. I guess it leaves the people that are like either not family, they married into the family, or people that were like weren't born.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Hello. You saying hello? Ingeborg's a woman's name. It's a shark. Norwegian folktales.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I hope to be like that when I'm in my 90s.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long
Edith,
time.
Edith Jr. There's another Edith? Oh, maybe that's what Edie stands for. What is this carpet? I don't know if I'd have that in a bathroom. Unless it's like all toweled. She's been drinking wine.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It is a bathroom, isn't it? That's one way to describe it. Mirrors
it was
that
a
don't.
pretty big trace.
What we got here? Oh, you've seen worse than English B&Bs.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That's cool. Is this a dark room? Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
There's like all this like space. Fort Calvin. What does that say? U.S. Marine Corps. So they shared a room. Command center. So this boy loves space.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
To command center. Right, if I have a kid in the future, this is what I want to build them. Imagine having that as a kid.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, I broke my leg.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
That's something like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old was like he said he'd never eat another mushroom until he died. Then he died. I control both legs.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Yeah, I can control it.
Calvin always wanted to fly.
How did I break my leg is my question.
Sam,
Yes.
dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day,
I'm not.
he finally made up his mind to do it.
What?
I told him going around was impossible.
He wants to try. Mind
Maybe
you,
if I hadn't said that,
I have a broken leg at the moment.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Am I playing through all of these kids'
maybe
deaths?
he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Come on, round we go.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Go on. We can do this. Round we go. Yes! We are going faster and
The
faster.
day he made up his
Oh.
mind to fly. And he did.
Jeez, oh.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I think every kid did. Right, hold on. Alright. When you were a child on the swings, did you try and try and get enough power to do a 360? Okay, Lauren said she was too scared, but I definitely tried.
At the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What, a sketch? The sketch put something in the chat? The sketch just put something in the chat, I can't see it. Up we go. Hey Sketch, how's it going? I don't know why your message took ages to pop up there. I don't know how, like, what this game is.
The
I've been a
passages
shark
were
out of the
tight
ocean.
fit.
I've made a kid
They'd obviously been
launch
built for
himself
smaller hands and
off.
bellies.
Ooh. I've made a kid launch himself off the a swing into the water. Do you know what? You know how that kid was seeing a bunch of stuff? She did eat holly berries, so I'm thinking she was tripping her nut.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, she was in Bigfoot. Are those Oscars? What's a kid doing with Oscars? Is there even kids that have Oscars? Hold on. Alexa, who is the youngest person to win an Oscar? Oh, okay. So, Tatum O'Neal won Best Supporting Actress when she was 10 years old.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Bit of blood there.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Okay.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Interesting.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
We got a clue there.
Right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Got the fucking Halloween music.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Quack. Bug, 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 bug.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Bug.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm
Well,
not
I found-
scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah, and you're gonna get bonked.
Furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
A crutch.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
Nope.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I'm a monk.
Walter, are you there?
Big W.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
You what?
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and
Whacked.
was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Crawl spaces. Go on.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I'm ready to whack this shit.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Get fucked.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
We're gonna hit him. Gonna hit him hard. Where's he gone?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
What? I pushed.
Monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But
Imagine a game where like you play the comic book pages
as for
like that.
Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
What?
Her ear.
Oh, gross.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ha 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 ha. Very funny. An easy tale. Huh?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered. As absurd as that comic was,
That was cool.
maybe what
That was
Edie
a cool
saw
part.
was a happy ending.
Question, sir? Is that a cake? Ah, yes, the breakfast and dinner of many, many a child star. Are those Red Bulls? Is that the crawl space I just came out of? Yeah. These crawl spaces are so cool. I want to build more house just to do the crawl spaces now. Oh, I can't. It's sealed up. Crawl space it is.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Look at that.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Should we go upstairs?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
I've seen a door over stairs before. Not unless it's like, you know, a cellar
It's
door.
funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Unless it's a fake story. I don't know if you guys are speaking, by the way. I don't know if the chat's disconnected or not. Just keep winding. There we go. Hold on, I'm going to like load the chat up on my phone because I don't know if it's timed out again or not. Twitch's chat section has been really dodgy for me. It keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Hold on. Oh, I can do quick actions in this? Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. I'll keep that as a backup in case other things. Right. It's a pool table. I was never allowed to see a pool table. This was where Sven cut his hand.
Mom said the basement was off limits.
Oh, because of all
unless
the
I wanted
tools.
Another tetanus shot.
They make crawl spaces down here too.
I saw Edie
It's
sneak
also
down to the basement
really
once,
dark.
carrying packages. I
Like,
thought
I
maybe
can't see
she was
shit.
hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
You what? They were
I remember
digging a
asking Mom
tunnel?
once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
They
There's
had
a pattern in all these stories.
a bug out shelter.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Walter was down here for 30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
What was the shaking?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
It's like someone's phone vibrating. This is a Nokia vibration.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Who's the monster at the door?
Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Why was that down here for 30 years?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
I am frail.
I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
It goes deeper? Jesus Christ, these guys have a lot of books.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there.
Did I break through
know
to a train tunnel?
I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
I got hit by a train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Fake window. There we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
And hey ho, look, I'm in the same tunnels.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
This is like a trash pile.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Yeah, I was like, how did he, like,
Now that
get
there's
rid of
only
half
one
the
of
stuff?
us left,
Just bury it all.
or maybe 2.
Gonna walk on the side in case the train comes.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
So this is his grave. So the train tracks now end. There are chairs
I don't know if I should
in the
be writing
trees.
this.
Why are there chairs in the trees?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Who are you writing to?
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
What's this way? About the fallen totem. This family had everything. A sun house. Were they like rich or they just got lucky? They got a cheap piece of land.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Excuse me. Open the gate, please. What's this way?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
True. Oh, this is the cemetery.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Understand that.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Chirpy, Burpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy, Oliver, Bob, Shadow, Christopher, Shatsy, Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Calvin, Sven, Edie, Walter, Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
That's crazy.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that the old house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I thought it was a shark.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
That's mental. Milton. You're not dead yet. Sanjay Kumar.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Up the ladder you go.
back on it now. If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Another development.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Open the door. Open this door, I say.
They were both pretty intense.
Yeah, look at him. This one was in the Marine Corps. A selfie. A child in a bed.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
That's a good photo.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Sorry, Steve.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Woodland got his own national
I'm
park.
gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Let's see. It seems to be a more American thing, taking
Last
people
time
out on
I was
hunting
with my
trips.
brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Oh, is this we hunting the deer?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Don.
Oh.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Didn't realize I was controlling the dad there.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Run, Dad.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oof. Oh, that would be trauma and a half.
these stories,
That's
the
brutal.
one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That's fucking brutal.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That was brutal,
Instead
though.
of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Airline ticket. Where was he going? Check that natural light, though. Another crawl space. This one next to the AC. Meal ready to eat. You had
After Sam
MREs.
died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
What's that? Is that a toy? It's Calvin's. A baby gate. A divorce contract. No, pick it back up. I wasn't done reading. So a lawsuit was filed.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
It's a frog.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I was actually a psychic. Joe, this is like me when I was a kid. I hated the idea of having a bath.
Damn it.
And then...
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
What war?
I wish she could have told us about the world we saw.
Oh no, am I gonna drown? I fucked up. Oh shit. No, come back.
There's so much I don't understand.
I'm a frog.
About everything.
I'm a G. Let's jump. Oh no, I'm jumping.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Do 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 do.
I'm sure he's happy.
Let's go.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
How come I've not put a drawing down for Sven or Edie yet? We've not found that yet. These are lockers. Gregory's locker. Gus. Don. Oh, I guess he was a soldier, wasn't he? I think Gus is with a
I can't
skateboard.
imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Poems for Gus.
Poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids.
I'm flying a kite.
Hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Meow. Meow. Fucking meow.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Fuck you, wedding. Meow.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
In the tent. And up the house? Just find a kite. Crash at the tent. There we go. I mean, I'm at the tent. What are the words? There we go. Oh, they're the words. I am the wind.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, here we go. Give me all the debris. I am a tornado.
It sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Can I take that table? We want tables. Give me it. Here we go. Bam! Bam! It's my tent now, bitch. Oh no.
I wish that I could truly say I thought
Like a
about you
jellyfish.
that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
I got attacked by the tent.
Until we found you.
Attacked by the jellyfish. I read that as four poems for
Mom
Gus.
told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus stands for something. Is it Gustav or something? Bush, 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 bush. Skipping ropes. A rock climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I see it. That's cool.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh. That's cute. I'd like to visit India.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Coolness.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Then Lewis went missing. They go yeet.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Mint, thyme, sage, basil,
And to see kids in the house again.
Milton, Edith.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Wait, so she built this on top?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Is that a classroom? Were they homeschooled?
But it didn't last.
Oh.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
He's alive though. Looks like he liked to paint. Big shoe print. He's still alive though. The
Milton
magic
Finch
print?
in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a flick book. It has him painting the footprint. What's a door? Wait, is he missing? Oh, he's dead. He is dead.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Or disappeared. Which way? Oh, the same way. It's a platform. That's really
Mom
cool.
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I thought it was a footprint.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
He found a door. With a magic paintbrush. Well, I think I need to climb up. Why is that a feeling I've got? Do I need to climb up? Oh wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Is that a sink? I thought it was a sink.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
These look cool as fuck. I mean, you've got a boat balancing on top of this house. How is the house still standing?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Got a computer. High school diploma. He was a gamer. What is this?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What was I abusing? I can't grab it. Can't grab it.
Wonder.
Oh. It's like that.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Oh, that's a dead end.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
That dragon.
Things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
What? The games went 3D.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Okay.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it
This
struck
game is just so cool. Like
that
how
all the
it's
cheering
like
crowds,
how it's telling the
even
story.
stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
Like become king.
He held an election for mayor, and he won.
I am mayor.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Okay.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he
Minneapolis.
forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Ooh, a sinister serpent.
sinister serpents.
Maybe this part of the game is giving me choice.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar. Hell yeah.
electric sitar.
Does that get added to the score?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Bonk.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
I crashed the ship.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Fucking fish.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
This game is unreal. I'm in fucking High Valyria right now. This is my hand.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Where the fuck am I? Lockers? How many lockers? Is this the cannery?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
This is like the biggest model we've seen, I think. It's not even grabbing them.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
See, this is what we need. Red carpets with conveyors. It's like, yeah. Yeah, bro. Boogie.
The wise Calico who had insisted on inviting you.
Molly. Hit the whip. Hit the nay-nay. Whip,
His queen
whip,
waited, holding his
nay-nay.
There was only one thing left to do.
Nod, nod, nod. Yeah. Oh my god.
Bend down.
I know what he's going to do. Oh my god. He's going to chop his own head off.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Fucking hell. Just stuck his head in there.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
That's a big bong. How did I not notice that?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Yeah, he did. Where to now?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral,
Uh-huh.
my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Really? It's a bit shit. How the fuck do I get down? I don't. I go up.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Is this my room?
Wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Writing books about classrooms.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
I've not got the drawings of Owen or anything. I had my own special quill. It was a pen.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Where did she leave me?
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
How many books does one family need?
Who you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Oh.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh.
The lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Oh, there's gonna be a tsunami.
It smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
The second they said the tide didn't went out the furthest, I was like, oh wait. And then they said tsunami. I was like, this is. So the second said earthquake. This is a tsunami.
I got turned around.
It has to be a tsunami. Like, what else could it be?
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
A deer. A stag, Shizzy.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Who was waiting for that? That's a bed.
When I saw them, they felt like old friends.
This is the old house.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
My fingerless gloves. Of course it let me do it. Why
we
wouldn't
both
it?
tried to make the best of it.
Wah. Ooh. Wee.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Shake it.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things.
I'm
But
so
as it
hooked
is,
right now.
I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh my god, am I being born?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
I'm being born.
I just want to meet you.
That's a
and figure out your
vagina.
stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh no, she died during childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Holy shit. Well then. That is one of the most interesting ways I've done like a story like that. That was great. I enjoyed that very much. I understand why this game has been like put on such a high pedestal. Because it's great. That is really cool. San Juan Ale. Are these all the kid pictures of like all the game developers? That's cool. That looks like a hip strip. To play a Game Boy. These are cute. Do you get to see all the members of... Look at these cute pictures. An Unlockables programmer. The Finches. Is that like a judo trophy? I don't know, I can't see it. Doggies. More doggies. These are very cool. I even like the credits. In fact, they've got like everyone's picture. It's very, very, very cool. Jeff Russo, great score, Jeff. That child has ketchup over his face. That one's a cowboy. I love he's got like a sticker of his own company. Cards everywhere. Big ball pit. On a rock. Look at my rock. Is that a rock? It looks like a rock. Might be a branch. That's a gun. Who gave the child a gun? Disney World. He's a chess champion. Those I want to take one of those photos as a joke. Jordan Marks. These are really cool photos. This is just nice to look at. A lot of the time, what was it? like credits are boring. They've done it really well. I love all these like VCR tapes. Alvin O's. In Love and Memory. Oh, this is the. I like the big cardboard Finch. The end. That's very cool. Oh, so the leaves are connected to them. Okay. That's very cool. That's very, very, very cool. Well then. I'll quit the game. And then we'll come back to my face. So yeah, that game was really cool. So yeah, thanks a lot for you guys watching live. And again, thanks for watching on YouTube. If you have watched this on YouTube, you should still be watching it live though. You should watch it live. Link is in the bottom. Thanks so much for watching YouTube. I'll see you in the next one. You can be a part of these recordings. Just get on that Twitch link. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it.